Welcome back to the Perspectives of the Bible. If you find value in our content, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Your support is not just appreciated, it's a vital part of helping us share messages of hope and strength that resonate deeply with those who need them most. Thank you for being a cherished member of our community. Today, we embark on a profoundly transformative journey through transforming grief. The story of Job and hope in suffering. The book of Job isn't merely one of the earliest texts in the Bible. It is a powerful exploration of some of the most profound human emotions and insightful spiritual themes that remain incredibly relevant today. Job's narrative unfolds not as a simplistic tale of suffering, but as a complex exploration of human despair and the illuminating prospects of divine hope that challenge and inspire us in moments of grief. Job was a man remarkably blessed, residing in the land of Uz. He had vast herds of livestock, a large and supportive family, and wealth that placed him at the forefront of society. To his contemporaries, Job epitomized success, a paragon of commendable living, embodying the ideals of righteousness and piety. However, this prosperous life was precariously built on the shifting sands of fate, and soon Job was to find everything he cherished completely unraveled. A series of catastrophic losses: his livestock seized, his children taken by sudden tragedy, and his health shattered by agonizing affliction struck him down, manifesting what can only be described as divine calamity. These devastating events plunged Job into a profound pit of despair, opening the floodgates of grief, which he would wrestle to navigate. At its essence, the story of Job centers on the complicated interplay of suffering, faith, and the relentless pursuit of meaning amidst chaos. This narrative confronts us with a poignant question: how do we reconcile the existence of a loving God with the reality of human suffering? The book of Job provides a unique lens through which we can tackle this dilemma, inviting readers into a rich exploration of understanding through deep faith and honest reflection. To truly grasp the weight of Job's suffering, it is essential to delve into the cultural and theological frameworks of his time. In the ancient Near East, society frequently understood prosperity as a clear sign of God's favor, while misfortune was often regarded as divine punishment for sin. This prevailing belief placed Job in stark contrast to the prevailing worldview when he was introduced as blameless and upright in Job 1:1. His profound character challenges the simplistic notion that suffering is always a result of personal failing. As the storm of calamity gathered around him, Job's friends who initially came to offer their condolence quickly transformed from sympathetic figures into relentless critics. They accused him of hidden sins, attributing his suffering to divine retribution. This misguided reasoning sheds light on a crucial truth about human nature. We often grapple with grief by seeking explanations rather than offering genuine empathy. This tendency can backfire, morphing into false compassion that deepens rather than alleviates pain. Amid his anguish, Job engages with questions that reverberate through time. Why do the innocent suffer? And where is God when we hurt? His brutal honesty best exemplified by his lament, "Why did I not perish at birth?" Job 3:11 resonates deeply with anyone who has found themselves submerged in overwhelming sorrow. Such reflections do not shy away from the harsh reality of loss. Rather, they unveil the human condition, mirroring our struggle to find meaning and connection during our darkest hours. As the narrative progresses, a pivotal moment arises. Job engages with God in chapters 38 to 41. Rather than providing the clear, calming answers Job may have desperately sought, God responds with profound questions about the nature of creation and the mysteries of his sovereign will. This divine dialogue serves as a potent reminder that human understanding has its limits, revealing that vast realms of existence and purpose exist beyond our immediate suffering. However, the resolution of Job's story is far from bleak. After enduring unimaginable trials, God blesses Job with double the fortunes he had lost while also restoring his family. This redemptive arc imbues the narrative with an essential truth: from unwavering faith springs transformation amid suffering. It stands as a testament to a profound belief that God is not absent during our pain, Rather, he actively weaves a greater plan for restoration and hope through our struggles, ultimately guiding us toward a more profound understanding of his love and purpose. How can we apply the remarkable lessons from Job's life to our own experiences with grief? First, it's essential to validate your emotions and acknowledge that grief is a natural response to loss. Embracing your feelings is not an indication of weakness. It is a crucial step toward healing and understanding. Suppressing grief can hinder recovery, so grant yourself the grace to feel and express those emotions without guilt or shame. Secondly, practice reflective questioning, recognizing that it is healthy indeed to wrestle with your feelings and question the divine can deepen your faith. Opening a dialogue with God about your struggles may lead to profound insights and comfort. Lastly, appreciate that suffering can serve as a catalyst for growth. Each trial paves the way for new blessings and offers chances to connect with, empathize with, and uplift others who are navigating similar hardships. As we contemplate Job's narrative, let's keep in mind that hope amid suffering is not just a fleeting possibility, it's a promise extended to all who place their trust in God's overarching plan. The journey through grief can be profoundly individual yet inherently communal. It binds us to a greater tapestry of human experience and spiritual conception. Job's story reveals that while pain is an inescapable part of life, it can also be a powerful catalyst for transformation, propelling us toward a more profound faith and a richer understanding of God's nature and love. In the realm of grief, the book of Job invites us into a profound dialogue about human suffering and divine purpose. It compels us to look deeper into our struggles, recognizing that they can serve as stepping stones towards spiritual enlightenment and healing. Therein lies the gift of the narrative. It shows that while the road may be fraught with anguish, it is also illuminated by the glimmers of hope and restoration that God provides through our trials. With this in mind, let us embark on a deep dive into the essence of Job's experiences and the lessons we can extract from them. Let's delve deeper into the narrative of Job, a powerful story that resides in the pages of the Old Testament, confronting the questions of suffering and faith with unparalleled strength. Job was not just a wealthy man. He was esteemed for his unwavering integrity, lauded as blameless and upright, and revered for his fear of God and disapproval of evil. His steadfast commitment to righteousness starkly amplifies the gravity of the suffering that awaited him. As we begin to explore the opening chapters, we witness the complete disintegration of Job's life, calamity engulfing him with the swiftness of a brewing storm. He loses not only his livestock and servants in one fell swoop, but shortly after he faces the unimaginable tragedy of losing all his beloved children within moments. To compound his suffering, he succumbs to painful, sore-haunting physical manifestations of both his emotional and psychological turmoil. This narrative encapsulates a crucial theme prevalent throughout the scriptures. Suffering does not always correlate with divine punishment. Throughout biblical history, numerous figures have endured profound grief, but emerged not only intact but empowered, exemplifying the resilience of faith amid trials. Job's initial reaction is one of visceral sorrow and overwhelming confusion. In Job 1:20-21, we see him express his grief through physical acts of mourning, tearing his robe, and shaving his head, traditional signs of mourning in ancient Israel. Yet, even in this moment of profound anguish, he makes an extraordinary statement of faith. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. This act of worship, even in the face of tremendous pain, demonstrates a radical trust in God that often eludes those grappling with suffering. As Job navigates his grief, the subsequent arrival of his friends underscores the multifaceted nature of human relationships during moments of deep sorrow. Initially, they appeared to offer comfort, surrounding him with their presence. Yet soon, their theological debates become a perplexing series of judgments. They attempt to deduce the reasons behind Job's extreme suffering, embodying a prevalent perspective. Faced with suffering, many people engage in rationalizations instead of providing authentic emotional support. Their misguided attempts to help Job through hollow theological explanations only serve to deepen his desolation, highlighting the critical importance of empathy during hard times. Amidst this turbulent dialogue, Job remains steadfast in his quest to reach out to God. He expresses his confusion and profound hurt, modeling a candid prayer style that many believers can learn from. His openness in seeking God even amid agony underscores an essential lesson for all of us. Wrestling with our feelings and inviting them into dialogue with the divine is a transformative journey. It is okay to voice our doubts, fears, and frustrations, recognizing that God's ear is always attentive to our cries. The interaction Job experiences with God in chapters 38 to 41 fundamentally alters the trajectory of the story. God responds not with direct answers, but with profound questions that highlight his sovereignty and the constraints of human understanding. This powerful exchange illustrates an important point. Our faith may not always yield explicit answers, but it beckons us into a deeper relationship with the Divinium that is often carved in our most despairing moments. The absence of simple answers leads us to explore faith's more intricate facets, unveiling layers of trust that deepen over time. As Job undergoes crisis and tribulation, his fortunes are eventually restored from the ashes of despair. However, the most striking aspect of this restoration is not the material wealth, but the transformation that occurs within Job himself. He emerges with a profound understanding of both God and himself. The resolution of Job's story emphasizes the redemptive nature of suffering both for Job and for use, encouraging us to trust in divine designs even when our journeys feel overshadowed by sorrow. The richness of Job's transformation sheds light on suffering's potential as a catalyst, urging us to respond with hope and faith, realizing that in the darkest moments, God can illuminate the path ahead. Moreover, reflecting on Job's experiences reveals invaluable insights about navigating grief. Job's journey urges us to acknowledge and accept our emotions, regardless of their intensity, as a necessary platform for healing and spiritual growth. His experiences serve as a poignant reminder of the importance of leaning on our faith communities during sorrowful periods, emphasizing that we are never alone in our struggles, even when loneliness seems to engulf us. Through Job, we understand that questioning is not a sign of disbelief, but an intrinsic component of human nature. Engaging in authentic inquiry may lead to profound clarity and growth, propelling our journeys of faith further along. This process of questioning can articulate the unexpressed feelings we harbor and provide space to confront our fears, enabling us to navigate pain while seeking solace in our connection to God. Consider this. What if our doubts could become the very instruments that strengthen our faith? Job's story serves as a template for recognizing and embracing our hesitations to enter into genuine conversations with God. In doing so, we uncover hidden facets of our character that may need divine attention, prompting transformation and understanding that deepens our relationship with the Almighty. As we unpack the profound grief that envelops Job and the complexities of his friends' discussions about suffering, it's essential to uncover the transformative potential embedded within this compelling narrative. Job's journey illustrates a vital truth. Suffering can serve as a springboard for significant spiritual growth and deep self-discovery. While many view challenges as punitive, these trials often act as essential catalysts for personal and spiritual development. Consider how Job evolves throughout the narrative. Initially stricken by lamentation and an urgent search for justice, he gradually moves toward profound humility and perseverance. His transformation symbolizes God's overarching purpose to mold our hearts and minds through the crucible of adversity. This evolution is poignantly captured in Job 42:5, where he reflects, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you." This marks a remarkable awakening, a realization that suffering can serve as a conduit for deeper revelations of God's presence and power in his life. Beyond the twists of Job's personal journey, let's contemplate the practical applications of his story in our daily existence. When faced with loss or hardship, feelings of isolation can become all-consuming, mirroring Job's profound loneliness. Instead of giving in to despair, we can choose to see these instances as opportunities for introspective reflection on our spiritual state, actively seeking God's guidance through sincere prayer, meditation, and contemplation. Engage in honest conversations with trusted loved ones or spiritual mentors, allowing their insights and encouragement to nurture your soul. A crucial step in this journey is to articulate our emotions, akin to Job's heartfelt lamentations. Journaling can serve as an invaluable outlet for these feelings, allowing us a space to articulate the depths of our sorrow. Documenting our thoughts gives us permission to engage with our experiences both mentally and emotionally, paving the way for God's presence to enter our grief. This practice fosters a dynamic dialogue, helping us transition from despair toward hope, a bridge that connects our sorrow to the comforting embrace of our Creator. Job's story also highlights the significance of community. While his friends initially offered misguided counsel, their presence underscores the need for strong support systems in times of distress. During periods of grief, connecting with those who offer encouragement, empathy, and prayer is invaluable. Whether reaching out to clergy, joining support networks, or participating in community gatherings, creating safe spaces for sharing struggles and asking for guidance can enrich our spiritual journeys. Engaging with our communities not only lightens our burdens, but also enhances our understanding of faith. As we observe others navigating their own challenges, we gain new perspectives that foster resilience and fortitude. The synergy of shared experiences empowers us to uplift each other toward healing and hope, reinforcing the essential truth that while our journeys often feel solitary, we are undeniably part of a larger narrative of faith and perseverance that transcends individual suffering. Additionally, the story of Job invites us to expand our notion of prayer. Often, prayer is viewed solely as petition or praise. However, through Job, we see the beauty of lamentation as an integral part of communication with God. Bringing our burdens, doubts, and sorrows to God in prayer fosters intimacy and trust. Job teaches us that true prayer does not shy away from the difficult questions, but rather makes space for vulnerability, giving voice to our pain as it intermingles with our faith. In summary, the lessons gleaned from Job's experiences are transformative. Suffering serves not as a definitive endpoint, but rather as a promising beginning for growth leading to a more profound faith. By acknowledging pain as an intrinsic element of life's cycle, we allow ourselves to embrace the profound lessons that God seeks to impart. Your struggle is valid, and with faith, you possess the strength to emerge renewed. In times of sorrow, let Job's resilience be a source of inspiration, guiding you toward the enduring light of hope that awaits 7 after the most anguished nights. The promise of restoration and understanding lies ahead for those who persist in seeking God amid their suffering. Let us embrace this journey together, taking Job's narrative as a compass that points us toward deepening our faith, understanding the divine, and recognizing that our trials, while painful, can yield extraordinary strength and insight. Together, may we gather the lessons of Job's life and find comfort in his profound journey through faith, loss, and ultimately, restoration.